Guys, how's it going? It's Alpha Arcanine here, and welcome to the first top 10 video on this channel. Today's top 10 video is my top 10 favorite Mega Evolutions. So Mega Evolutions were introduced in Generation 6 with X and Y, and then there were about probably another 10 or 20, I want to say, introduced in ORAS, but I don't know the exact numbers. So out of, I think, 48 or 50 Mega Evolutions, these are my top 10 favorite. This is all opinionated, no official stats or rankings or anything that should influence your decisions, so you can feel free to, retain your own top 10. If you want to list your own top 10, feel free to do that in the comments below. But we'll start right now with number 10, which is Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos has some really awesome special attack stats right there at base 165. Great defenses as well, and HP to, you can actually take a hit. You can set up a little bit if you want to. The Mega Evolution also adds the Dragon typing, which makes it really cool because I believe it's the only electric dragon type out there now. So your opponents probably aren't going to be very used to that, and there's not as many super effective moves. And speaking of moves, it also has a very good moveset. I don't know much offhand right now, but I know it is above average compared to other Pokemon, and it also does have a pretty nice design, I think, so that is why Mega Ampharos is number 10 on this list. So if we move on to number 9, it is Mega Bayonet. So the main thing about Mega Bayonet is the ability Prankster, which gives status moves priority. So my favorite thing to do with Mega Bayonet is go Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray, which really lowers your opponent's chances of even getting an attack off. And if we look at these stats, it also has a very great attack stat. 165 like Ampharos, but instead this time in the attack instead of special attack. Now defenses aren't as great as Mega Ampharos's, but they are still pretty nice. And it is pure Ghost, so that's not many weaknesses and quite a few resistances as well. And like Mega Ampharos again, it does have a pretty cool design in my opinion. And that's why Mega Bayonet is at number 9 on the list. So if we go to number 8, we have Mega Absol. So Mega Absol is pretty good attack at 150. It's great. It's not just pretty good. It also has a pretty good special attack, so you can have a mixed Mega Absol, which would be pretty cool. And one thing that is just really awesome about Mega Absol is the ability Magic Bounce, which has really just screwed me over in the past couple times. And if you're not prepared for it, if you try to lead up with a Pokemon that's going to set up Stealth Rocks or Spikes or something like that, and Mega Absol leads, then, if you don't think, it's all going to get bounced back at you, and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And Mega Absols also have pretty good speed, so it can sweep if needed be late in battles, or if you want to invest fully in speed, you can just lead off and use Magic Bounce to your advantage, and go with that. Moving on to number 7, we have Mega Kangaskhan. Now, the one thing that's unique to Mega Kangaskhan is Parental Bond, which basically multiplies your attack by 1.5. It just lets you attack an extra time, but it only does half the damage, so 1.5, I can do the math. If you look at stats, it's got really good HP, really good defense, really good special defense, and that combination is very rare, and when you find that, it screams tank, and Mega Kangaskhan is a tank with good attack, so you can really take advantage of that and just, be able to take a hit and have extra boost behind your attacks. And it is normal typing, so it only has one weakness to fighting types, which is also very nice. Moving on to number 6 now, we're really getting into the good stuff now. We have Mega Beedrill. Now the stats pretty much explain Mega Beedrill to everything we need it to explain. Amazing attack and speed combination, base 150 attack, base 145 speed. That can sweep a lot of stuff right there, but that's not even it. We have adaptability for its ability, which increases your stab attacks from 1.5 times to 2. So it's doubling your attack with stab moves. So X-Scissor is like a base 160 attack, and you can still invest more into your attack from there with EVs and IVs and all that great stuff. Although Mega Beedrill does have some very weak defenses, it can probably only take one hit, maybe 2 hits if you're lucky, but hopefully you don't even have to take a hit and you can just knock out your opponent's Pokemon right away. So on to number 5, we have Mega Medicham. So Mega Medicham looks like it has some pretty average stats. You know, pretty good attack, good speed. You can kind of go somewhere with that. But the ability Pure Power is what makes Mega Medicham so awesome. It doubles its attack. So if you can invest into attack and speed, Mega Medicham just becomes an awesome sweeper. And it's also fighting psychic typing, which is pretty rare. I think Meditite and Medicham are the only combination like that, I believe, if I'm wrong. I mean, and Mega Mewtwo Y, I think. But other than that, I mean, it's not very common, and your opponent's not going to be set for that if it comes up. And, you know, that's pretty much that. I mean, just attack, and really help. Because that's also almost, I think, base 500 or something, or base 200 with Pure Power. You can invest in EV, so you can have almost 1,000 points in attack after a Swords Dance, if Mega Medicham can even learn Swords Dance, which I don't know if it can, actually, so I should not be talking. But, yeah, Mega Medicham's pretty awesome. Go try it out. Number 4 is Mega Mawile. So, like Mega Medicham, it has pretty average stats. It's invested a little more into defense, and, you know, its defense stats, but it is also like Mega Medicham and does have the Pure Power ability, which will double its attack, and it's pretty much the same setup from there. One thing I really like about Mawile, Mega Mawile, is that it's Fairy Steel typing, which is really awesome. It only has 2 weaknesses to Fire and Ground. It eliminates both of Fairy's weaknesses right off the bat of Steel and Poison, because it's obviously Poison cannot hit Steel, and Steel's not going to be super effective against Steel, and that's just enough right there to put Mega Mawile this high on the list. On to number 3, we have Mega Pinsker. Now, Mega Pinsker does resemble Mega Beedrill quite a bit in my opinion, but with better defenses and a lot lower speed, I think. But with those better defenses, Mega Pinsker can actually take a hit, and if you want, you can set up a little bit and get that really awesome attack even higher. And another really awesome thing about Mega Pinsker is the ability Aerialate, which makes normal type moves for the flying type, and they do 1.3 times damage. So that makes, you know, quick attack, facade, body slam. It makes a stab, it does the 1.3 times damage, and it just makes it that much better. On to number 2, we have Mega Swampert. Now, Mega Swampert has some epic attack there. I mean, it's not the highest, but, you know, with those other stats around it, is really awesome. Great defenses and HP combination. And just, I mean, that's awesome. You can take 3 or 4 hits and still be slamming away at your opponent's Pokemon with that great attack. You can set up, you can do all that stuff. With Swift Swim, you can set up with Rain Dance, and you can be going first, and you can just knock out everything in your path, which I think is really awesome. And this is personally my favorite design of Megas. I just love it. It's really awesome. Number 1, we have our last Pokemon. We'll wait a little bit before we reveal it. And imaginary drumroll. And my number 1 favorite Mega Pokemon is Mega Heracross. Base 185 attack. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I need to say. But no, that is the highest base attack stat in the game. That's higher than Attack Deoxys, which is designed for attack specifically. So obviously that is really awesome. It has some good defenses as well, so you can take a couple hits if you want to set up a Swords Dance. And, you know, just, it's basically like being able to have Pure Power, except you have to forfeit a turn for it, but with that good of attack, it's almost worth it. And it also has Skilling for its ability, which makes Skilling allows you to have always, or I can't even talk, moves that can have a various number of hits in one turn, like Bullet Seed in this case. It will always hit the maximum number of times. So that makes Bullet Seed a really great option, because if it hits maximum of 5 times, it's going to hit all 5 times with Skilling. So that's 125 power and 100% accuracy. With that great attack, is just not even funny once you have to go against that. So anyway, guys, that is my top 10 favorite Mega Evolutions. There are obviously plenty that did not make it on this list. All Mega Evolutions are really awesome and great in competitive battle. If you enjoy this list, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And be sure to check back soon for another video, and goodbye, guys.